Love is in the air today. See what effect Valentine's Day has on local businesses.
Textbooks seem to be more expensive every day. We ask professors what they're doing to help.
Those stories in a moment, but first we begin tonight with breaking news. A water main has been busted near Lynn Lane on South Montgomery Street. Nearby workers said that the water pressure is beginning to create sinkholes in the ground that will cause car accidents for local residents. Police have blocked off the entire street and ask that you avoid the area and take a different route for your safety. Roses are red, lilies are white. Local businesses say Valentine's Day starts the year off right.
And Take 30's Terry Johnson explains how local businesses are cashing in on Cupid.
Every year, small and large businesses alike look forward for winter to be over.
You know, winter's just always kind of dismal.
But then Groundhog's Day comes and the business owners know that Valentine's is quickly approaching.
Valentine's is a good indication that spring is just around the corner.
Okay, we've seen increased traffic in here with Valentine's Day approaching.
The National Retail Federation reports that each year, a little more than 50% of Americans go out and celebrate this lovely holiday, each one spending $130 on average in their local economy. The businesses of Starkville know this and decorate and market accordingly to make sure all that extra money is going to them.
We've got a lot of people getting those last minute gifts. We have some good ideas for them. We actually have a chocolate card that we've just gotten in that's perfect for Valentine's Day. It has a plate of chocolate in with a little card giving a happy meaning on it for Valentine's Day.
The guys are usually at a little loss of what they need to get or what they want to get or what their girlfriend wants them to have. So they do come in asking for suggestions. We normally put them in the direction of girls like bath bombs, that sort of thing, just something that's kind of romantic.
Unlike some holidays, most businesses stay open for Valentine's Day, meaning that if you're still hearing this and still don't have a gift for your special someone, it's not too late.
So if anyone is looking for Valentine's Day gifts, just come on in. We will help you select a gift. We will wrap it for you and get you fixed up.
Reporting for Take 30 News, this is Terry Johnson, signing off.
It's not a very bright Valentine's Day weather-wise. Take 30's Jordan Darensberg is in with a first look at the Campus Connect forecast.
And no, it is not a bright day at all. That's because we're at 60 degrees for a low tonight. It'll be a very overcast sky. That wind is from the south at 5 to 10 miles an hour. So a lot of the moisture is going to start to come into our area courtesy of the Gulf of Mexico, and it's really going to create a lot of that cloud cover. So tonight's a good night to stay in and watch the Olympic Games with your loved one. And looking at tomorrow, the temperatures are going to be way above average. We're at 74 degrees with mostly cloudy skies. And once again, those winds are going to come in from that south at 5 to 10 miles an hour. So that is going to be something to watch as well because we have that chance of rain. Now for your extended forecast. Thursday and Friday. Friday's a bigger chance of rain. We're a bit cooler because a cold front will have come through, but that won't come till late. That's when we have that 50-50 shot of rain. And looking at your 7-day forecast, again, all these forecasts provided to you by Campus Connect. Saturday, the high is 57 degrees, and that's our best shot of rain. Otherwise, heading into Tuesday and Wednesday, we'll see temperatures in the 70s again, mostly cloudy skies throughout.
This year's flu virus has been widespread and deadly across the United States. Last week alone, the Mississippi State University Health Center treated more than 170 patients who were positive with the flu. The health center recommends all patients with the flu symptoms be tested. Treatment for the flu is typically Tamiflu, the antiviral drug that speeds up patient recovery time. The antiviral is most important for young children, those over the age of 65, and patients with a suppressed immune system.
It's been my busiest flu season since I've been here since 2008. Well, it looks like we're for right now on a downslope of the number of cases, so hopefully it's kind of winding down for a little while. We'll probably get a secondary bump of a few more cases in a few weeks.
Remember that all appointments at the Student Health Center are included with tuition. Flu tests and treatments can be charged to an MSU student account. Careful, little eyes, what you read, and believe disturbing messages to students are circulating on social media. And that's prompting a warning from local police. Take 30's Jeremy Hines explains.
From rumors on Twitter of sex trafficking rings across the state to stories of attempted kidnappings on campus, talk is leaving many students, especially women, worried about overall safety. Amber Dodd, a junior at Mississippi State, said she recently had an encounter with a suspicious man she said was dressed like a bully patrol officer to lure her away. She says she feels the atmosphere on campus is gradually getting more dangerous.
I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe on campus. I used to. I've been here for, I'm a junior. Well, I'm a senior and a junior. So I've been here for 3 years. And over the course of the time I've had in Starkville, it's been getting progressively more intimidating, progressively more just kind of eerie in a sense.
Vance Rice is the MSU PD Chief of Police. He oversees all security operations conducted on campus. He says that state has tools like Safe Walk, formerly known as Bully Patrol, to combat the problems that having an open campus poses.
We obviously have 24-hour patrols 7 days a week, 365 days a year from our police department itself. Our dispatch center is open 24/7, year-round as well. Our patrol shifts are manned with up to 6 officers a shift. Are out on patrol, patrolling the campus. In addition to that, we do employ students that we have done background checks on to serve as Safe Walk employees.
Rice also states that MSU PD also monitors social media for potential threats to campus safety.
Nothing is ever thrown by the wayside. We check into everything that we receive and find out about.
The school utilizes many tools besides Bully Patrol, though. Outside almost every building on campus, there are emergency telephone posts. These posts are strategically placed to help someone that might be alone on campus by themselves. Although fears of attacks are high for some, Rice reassures students that MSU PD will remain vigilant to keep everyone safe, day and night. For Take 30 News, I'm Jeremy Hines.
We asked the chief about the tweet that you saw in the beginning of the story. He wouldn't comment specifically on that one, but said they were aware of it and did investigate.
Are you tired of paying too much for textbooks? If so, you aren't alone. Take 30's Hunter Grundy hunts for a solution.
According to the collegeboard.org, the average student spends roughly $1,200 a year on textbooks alone, not including tuition, transportation, or room and board.
Sometimes spend almost close to $1,000 for all my textbooks. That's usually for 5 classes, and that's just a little bit too much.
According to the American Enterprise Institute, between 1998 and 2016, college textbook prices have increased by 181%. And according to NBC News, the price has risen 1,041% since 1977. Students aren't the only ones fed up with high prices. Lots of college professors are ditching textbooks altogether.
We used to have a textbook, but it was just so expensive, and I felt like we covered it in the notes and with questions from the class that I could save some students some money by not having the textbook, and they just have to make sure they take very good notes.
While some professors try to stay away from textbooks, some help students find cheaper options.
I always recommend to my students look for alternative options like maybe one edition later or earlier rather on eBay, on Amazon. Look for options where you can rent an electronic copy of the textbook, or you can rent the textbook through certain websites like Chegg.com. That would help you a lot than having to buy a brand new book every time.
According to a report from the advocacy group U.S. Public Interest Research Group, where they conducted a study of more than 2,000 students across the country, 65% said they decided against buying a textbook because it was too expensive, and 94% of the students who had skipped buying the required textbook were concerned that it would drop their grade.
Along with purchasing online, you can also compare prices with other websites such as bookfinder.com, half.com, and bookrenter.com. Renting textbooks and looking for used textbooks is usually a good option. Parade with a purpose, why these people are marching on Mardi Gras.
Our world is changing. The way we work, the way we connect, the way we see things around us. At Mississippi State University, we're agents of change, creating our own bright futures, solving real problems, turning challenges into possibilities, and lighting the way to a whole new world of emerging markets. Through MSU's new state-of-the-art Center for Entrepreneurship and Outreach, we're collaborating across campus, sharing perspectives and resources of multiple disciplines to power dreams. But we're so much more than dreamers. We've launched hundreds of student-led businesses, earning millions in revenue, and impacting our state's economy in new and creative ways. We're the next generation of business leaders, and we're ready for a changing world. How do we know we're ready? Because we're the ones changing it.
Pothole problems? Lots of students say damage to parking lots and roads across campus caused by the rain has all but ruined their daily drive. The gravel parking lot across town in Comus Hall on campus is a particularly bad spot with a 5 yards that students worry could damage their car.
This parking lot, we want it to work. We pay for a parking pass. We don't want this big hole in the road. I mean, it gets like this every year after all the rain, so why aren't they doing anything to fix it?
U.S. News Student Life Statistics says 72% of all MSU students are commuter. Parking passes for commuter students cost $149 per school year. Not your average pet, a local humane society had a very unusual visitor. Miss Rosie is her name. She was at the Oktibbeha County Humane Society looking for a forever home. We're told the other animals were a little shocked and didn't get along with Rosie. Luckily, this story has a happy ending. Sarah Buckleitner with the Humane Society tells us Rosie won't be spending Valentine's Day alone. She was sent to another shelter who just happened to have the perfect companion.
They had an older male pig who couldn't be in with the herd because he was a lot smaller and they were picking on him. And so they contacted us because they were hoping Rosie could be a good partner for him. So we brought her over this past weekend and they hit it off.
Rosie is currently at the Cedar Hill Animal Sanctuary.
Even though it's been a cloudy week, it didn't rain on this parade. The Center for Distance Education at Mississippi State University, along with the Graduate School, organized a Mardi Gras parade earlier this week on Fat Tuesday. Faculty members dressed up in costumes sporting Mardi Gras colors for the event. Amanda Bain, the business manager for the grad school, said that the event would bring attention to participating departments.
We're partnering with Distance Education to have a parade to go through the Gary Cafeteria and around by the Union just to promote the distance education, and also the graduate school will be passing out cups and information and beads and different candies.
The parade started at the Chapel of Memories and continued past the Perry around McCool Hall and up the Union. The faculty passed out beads and candy to any student that crossed their path. Even though the weather hasn't been the best today, coming up next, we'll have Jordan.
We all depend on accurate weather forecasts to plan our day. That's why Mississippi State University is teaching students to forecast the future using real-world news sets as classrooms. Putting scientific discoveries in meteorology to the test, while honing on-air reporting skills real time with local TV stations. And we do it so well that at any given moment across the country, 1 in 3 weather forecasts are being delivered by MSU-trained meteorologists who are helping people make crucial decisions that impact their safety, working to ensure business continuity, and in many cases, saving lives. Predicting the future? That's what we're preparing for every single day, so that you can prepare for your day. When you're the best, everyone wants to see what you'll do next. At Mississippi State University, our team of world-class rocket engineers is venturing beyond boundaries, building rockets like none before. We're launching a new era of space exploration. We've developed cutting-edge technology that's helping us build a rocket that can travel at 4 times the speed of sound. Fast? Yes. But more importantly, revolutionary. For you and for a space program that produces many of the conveniences we enjoy today. We're shaping your life in ways you never dreamed. What's next? Watch us and see.
And welcome back to Take 30 News. I'm Campus Connect meteorologist Jordan Daresberg with your forecast. And looking at the temperatures right now, it's really warm for this time of year. We're in the low to mid 60s, but we're in the upper 60s here in the Golden Triangle. 66 here in town, 65 in Columbus, and 64 in West Point. We're also at 64 over in Yalobusha County in Coffeyville. So this is a really nice warm day, but it's a very cloudy day and it'll continue like that. So let's time out all this cloud cover for you. 4 o'clock, where a lot of the rain's going to be to our north, places like Coffeyville, New Albany, and over in Iuka are also going to see some rain. And then moving on through the rest of your day today, as you head on for your dinner date tonight, we're looking at some cloud cover still moving through. However, we do see some rainfall rates. They're going to be at about 1/10 of an inch of rain. The heaviest rain is going to be up to the north in places like Coffeyville, New Albany, Boonville, and Pontotoc. We're only going to get like a 1/100th of an inch of rain around our area. And now let's move on to the baseball. Yes. Baseball this weekend down in Hattiesburg, 70 degrees for our opening night Friday, mostly cloudy, and it's going to feel really muggy. So make sure that you dress lightly for the occasion. It's going to feel a lot warmer for this time of year, so it's going to feel a lot different. And for tonight's graphic, Olympic, it's a nice night for a date with 60 degrees and cloudy. Well, actually a gloomy night for a date, rather. Overcast sky. Winds are going to be from the south at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Tomorrow we're going to be at 74 and the temperatures are going to be way above average. Same southerly wind. And heading into your extended forecast on Friday and Saturday, on Thursday and Friday rather. Friday we're going to be a bit cooler because a cold front's going to come through. And it's going to give us a 50-50 chance of rain, especially late. And looking at our extended forecast, all these forecasts on MSU Weather on Twitter and on weather.msstate.edu. Saturday will be at 57, 70% chance of rain, and it'll be warmer back to the 70s for your Tuesday and Wednesday.
The weather this past weekend didn't seem to hold the Bulldogs back from bringing home a win. Coming up next, Shawanda Jones with Take 30 Sports.
If you want to have a big impact in the world, you have to start small. At Mississippi State University, we're starting in the Gulf of Mexico, where a small but crucial barrier island is quickly fading from view. Millions of state dollars are spent dredging sand to replace the vanishing shores of Deer Island, but we think we can do better. We're applying cutting-edge sediment tracers to map the flow of currents and predict the course of sand that's carried out to sea. A process that will help us better understand the drastic transformation taking place. While this is a more cost-effective way to prevent the loss of an island, it's about so much more than saving dollars. It's about taking the first step in a long process to preserve our environment and secure a better, brighter tomorrow. We might be starting small, but rest assured, at Mississippi State University, we're dreaming big. It's been said that where there's water, there's life. For some parts of the world, that simple truth has never been more evident. Fields aren't getting the water they need. Fertilizer is washing into nearby rivers and streams, and harm to the environment is rising. At Mississippi State University, we're working to change this. By designing and implementing better irrigation solutions, we're collecting, conserving, and recycling nutrient-rich water, allowing us to reduce waste, secure the livelihoods of farmers, and pave the way for a safer, cleaner environment for fish and wildlife. But we're not stopping there. We're taking the process developed in our own backyard and applying it to a global stage. So whether it's Israel, the Philippines, or Indianola, Mississippi, we're ensuring simple truths endure, that where there's water, there's life. And where there's ingenuity at work, there's Mississippi State University.
I'm Shawanda Jones, and ranking 14th by the Intercollegiate Tennis Association, Mississippi State men's tennis dominated San Diego State with a 6-1 win Friday at home. After shaking up the doubles lineup for the first time this year, Nicholas Braun and Giovanni Ordini took a 6-2 victory right after Florin Brusca and Foresha Forche posted a 6-1 victory. Singles had just as much bounce as doubles. Nuno Borges, reigning SEC Player of the Year, not only defended his winning streak, now at 13 wins, but he reached his 100th win in his MSU career. Player of the match goes to Florin Brusca for winning 3 sets, 6-1 double set, 6-1 single set 1, and 6-3 single set 2. The Bulldogs were scheduled to match up against another West Coast school on Sunday, but due to inclement weather, the face-off with Pepperdine was rained out. After finishing the last of their non-Southeastern Conference matches, MSU will go head-to-head against New Orleans in Tulane. Ranked 21 on February 23rd, State will host its first SEC match on March 4th against Auburn. Another win, another step closer to an SEC title. Mississippi State Lady Bulldogs remain undefeated with now an overall record of 26 wins and 0 losses after Sunday's game in the Hump. Victoria Vivens, Tierra McCowan, and Rashonda Johnson led the team to a 74-55 victory against the Kentucky Wildcats. Morgan Williams fought through 3 to 5 guards, misses a layup, and McCowan comes through with the basket. This is where quick reaction and decision making comes into play. If you miss a layup, somebody has got to be there to put it back in. McCowan crept up the scoreboard with her 18 double-doubles, scoring 21 points, 16 rebounds, 3 blocks, and 2 steals. Vivens continued to dominate the hoop by scoring 23 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. Right behind her was Johnson, pouring in 17 points, and Blair Schaefer and Morgan Williams collecting 6 points apiece. Coach Vic Schaefer accredited the team's success to the players' ability to adapt. I just think it's what makes this team so special, unique to maybe what we've had in the past, Schaefer said. We just have some flexibility and some different lineups that could really create difficult problems for people. The Lady Bulldogs go on to face Vanderbilt later this week. And that's all for sports. Coming up next, enjoy the finer things the Starkville community and the MSU Theater Department have to offer. And then Jordan will be back with the final look at the forecast after this.
What drives you? What pushes you forward? Is it an appetite to be the best or a calling to make a difference? For those of us here at Mississippi State University, it's both. We're designing a future where cutting-edge hybrid technology isn't imported from overseas, but exported from our own backyard. We're working toward a day when solutions to energy independence move at 0 to 60 in 5.5 seconds and are as simple as charging a phone. A day when fuel economy and environmentally friendly are viewed as less of a compromise and look more like this. For us, turning heads in the auto industry is great, but living up to the hype is even better. That's because it's about more than simply envisioning the future. It's about getting there. And here at Mississippi State, we know just the ride to take.
Popporium hosted its third art pop-up show. It gave local businesses the opportunity to sell their products and spread the word. Jewelry, paintings, and even popcorn were sold last Saturday. John Dalamba was happy to be participating in the event.
The show is going to benefit us because it brings in people from different areas, whether it's the vendors or the people that come in to buy their stuff. They get to see our shop, taste some of our products, so even though they may not come here for popcorn, they come here, they see our stuff and they'll try it, and then maybe next time when they're just going around town, they'll stop by. So.
Every month up until May, Popporium plans to host their art pop-up show. The next one will be March 14th. It's at their Main Street location. Theater MSU is gearing up for their next performance of the year, a show with a Southern twist. Crimes of the Heart will be the group's third performance this year. The comedic drama was written by Mississippi playwright Beth Henley and is set in Hazelhurst. The play is Southern in its roots, and director Tim Metheny said that Deep South natives will recognize cultural nods.
Fun moments in it, especially as a Southerner, and so you see things, you hear Southern sort of colloquialisms that you may not have heard for a number of years, but for those sort of true Deep South Southerners, you'll hear little things that just kind of make me laugh out loud.